So, good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Mahesh M. Onjeri, Assistant Professor from Department of Management Studies, SDM College of Engineering and Technology, Dharwad. I welcome you all to Compensation and Benefits Management class. Okay, and we are learning chapter number 3. Okay, internal alignment from unit 2. Okay, so I hope you can recall internal alignment is one among the 4 policy choices, and policy or policy choices are one of the building blocks of a pay model. Okay, so we are learning about the first policy choice, that is internal alignment. Okay, so 2 sessions we have completed, and let me quickly take a recap of what we have learned in 2 previous classes, and I'll continue from there. Okay, so Rema, you can see the PowerPoint slides, right? Okay, Ashutosh.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, a quick review now. Okay, so unit 2 deals with internal alignment, determining the structure. So as we already learned, okay, internal alignment is one among the 4 policy choices, okay, wherein a company designs a structure or hierarchical levels, and they define the pay or compensation for each level of employees in the hierarchy. So we are learning about how a company designs that internal structure and what are the implications. So far we have learned, okay, issues in a strategic approach, internal alignment. What is internal alignment? A formal definition. Internal alignment, often called internal equity, refers to the pay relationships among different jobs, skills, competencies within a single organization. I gave you a simple example of university or college also. Assistant professor, associate professor, and professor. These are the 3 levels, and the compensation for each level is different. Okay, so similarly in an organization, okay, the way we considered Lockheed Martin's engineering department, there are 6 levels from entry level to highest level: engineer, senior engineer to consultant engineer. We have also learned how the salary differs depending on the job or skills or competencies required to perform a job. Okay, then we learned about what a pay structure is. Pay structure refers to the array of pay rates for different work or skills within a single organization. So, in that, so far we have learned the number of levels, that is in the hierarchy or in an organization structure, the number of levels, the differentials in pay between the levels. We have already considered, okay, the example of Lockheed Martin. Okay, so for an engineer where it is $52,000 per annum, for senior engineer it is $63,000 per annum, and the pay difference is $11,000 per year or 21%. So we are talking about that, okay, the differentials in pay between the levels. So we have completed that discussion also. Now the remaining part is the criteria used to determine those differences. So why the salary of an engineer in Lockheed Martin is $53,000 and that of a senior engineer is $63,000? Why there is 11,000 difference? That is what we are going to learn now. The criteria used to determine those differences describe the structure. Okay. Yeah, we are here now. Third part of the determinant of pay structure. That is the criteria used to differentiate the salary between the levels. Okay, so this criteria should be very logical, transparent, and fair. So first criteria for determining the paid differentials. I repeat, paid differential when I say, see there is a difference between the salary of an engineer and senior engineer of $11,000 per year. There is a difference of salary between senior engineer and systems engineer, which is $15,000 per annum and at 24%. So on what basis the company determines, okay, $52,000 for engineer, $63,000 for senior engineer, $78,000 for systems engineer, and so on. And what should be the difference? On what basis they decide that differentials? We are going to learn about them. That is nothing but the criteria used to differentiate the pay. The first, excuse me, the first criteria used to differentiate the salary is content and value. Content is the work performed in a job and how it gets done. I repeat, content is one of the criteria used to differentiate the salary within the employees of the same organization. Content is the work performed in a job and how it gets done. See, to make you understand, I'll get a very simple example. Okay, assistant professor in a MBA college and attender in the same college, and okay, administrative staff in the same department. So what is the nature of job performed? Attender, okay, helps to maintain cleanliness in the department. Administrative staff takes care of the okay, non-teaching activities, and assistant professor or a teacher takes care of the teaching activities. So the work performed in the job of a teacher, administrator, and attender is different, and how it's done, that is nothing but content. So this is one of the criteria to determine the pay differentials. Structure ranks jobs on, okay, when I say structure, this is the structure: engineer, senior engineer, systems engineer, lead engineer, advisor engineer, and consultant engineer. The structure ranks jobs on skills required, complexity of tasks, problem solving, and or responsibility. Higher, as you move up the hierarchy, okay, as you move up the ladder of the hierarchy in the structure, okay, the skills required will be higher, the nature of complexity of the job will be higher, you need to be into decision making or problem solving, and there will be greater responsibilities. See, this part we have already learned about the same company, Lockheed Martin. Okay, so that is here. See, what is the nature of job? Engineer, if we consider limited use of basic principles. Okay, the nature of job I am talking, structure and concepts, develops solutions to limited problems. Whereas when you consider a systems engineer, wide application. See here, limited use of basic principles, whereas systems engineer job is wide applications of principles and concepts, plus working knowledge of other related disciplines as well. Provide solutions to a wide variety of difficult problems. Okay, see that is how. Yeah, so I am explaining you what is the meaning of structure. Structure ranks jobs on skills required, complexity of tasks, problem solving, and responsibility. Okay, so based on the higher requirement, the job will be placed at the top end or upper end, and the salary will be higher. Value is the worth of the work. Okay, its relative contribution to the organization objectives. Whereas structure focuses on relative contribution of these skills, tasks, and responsibilities to the organization's goals. Okay, so value, when we say the worth of the work. So on each job, let us say my sales representative. Okay, what is the worth of his work? He generates sales. Okay, manufacture employees in the engineers in the manufacturing department, let's say design engineers, they design the product. Okay, engineers in the engineering department or production department, okay, they manufacture the product. Human resource department, they recruit and select the suitable employees or qualified employees who will work in manufacturing, marketing, finance, and so on. So value is one among the criteria which is considered in the paid differentials. So value is the worth of the work, its relative contribution, and say how much, okay, a sales representative will contribute to the organization objectives, how much a manufacturing employee will contribute to the organization objectives, how much a HR executive will contribute to the organization objectives. So value is measured in that terms. And the structure focuses on relative contribution of these skills. So whereas value is the worth of the work, okay, structure focuses on relative contribution of these skills, okay, tasks and responsibilities to the organization's goals. So what is the relative contribution of a skill of a design engineer? What is the contribution, okay, of skill of a sales representative in selling a product to the organization's goals? So, okay, and the structure is based on these relative contribution of skills, tasks, and responsibilities to the organization's goals. As the contribution of these skills, tasks, and responsibilities increases to the organization's goals, they are placed in the top end or higher end. As the contribution decreases, okay, so these jobs or profiles are placed in the lower end, as that of an engineer or a senior engineer in the Lockheed Martin engineering department. Okay, and the company can also include external market value. It means for the same salary, say engineer in a competitors, okay, company, Lockheed Martin is one among the companies. Its competitors include, okay, so Rafale, okay, from which India is buying light combat aircraft. So Rafale is one more company which is a competitor. So Lockheed Martin can definitely consider, okay, how much salary is paid in its competing company called Rafale, okay, for an engineer and for a systems engineer. So that is what we consider can include external market value. And one more concept, okay, with respect to value is use value and exchange value. So students, please pay attention. Okay, though it is difficult, but if your mind is diverted, okay, please pay attention. Use value, okay, this is related to the value, okay. So use value is the value of goods or services an employee produces in a job. Say for example, okay, so there is a cigar manufacturing, okay, unit in Cuba, okay. You get world's best cigars and the most expensive cigars in Cuba, okay. So, and these cigars are hand rolled. I repeat, these cigars are hand rolled. Okay. So definitely at the end of the day, and there are different qualities of cigars which are priced differently. So at the end of the day, 8-hour shift, let us say, you can definitely measure the value of each employee, how many cigars were rolled and prepared by each employee. So multiplied by the market price or cost of the each cigar, you will get the value of goods or services an employee produces in a job. So you multiply by the number of days working. Okay, so you will get the total value for the month. So that is use value. Exchange value is whatever wage the employer and employee agrees on for a job. Okay. So definitely most of the times the employees are not paid based on the use value, means how much value each employee is generating to the organization. Rather, the employee is paid based on exchange value, means whatever wage the employer and employee agrees on for a job. At the time of selection, okay, okay, the employer explains to the employee that on this job, okay, you will get so much of compensation or wages, and the employee agrees and joins the job. Okay, all our cases, okay, is similar. Our compensation is based on exchange value, which is agreed upon at the time of selection. Okay, please remember. Okay, so exchange value is whatever wage the employer and employee agrees on for a job at the time of appointment of the employee. And the differences between exchange value and use value. The difference between exchange value and use value surfaces when one firm acquires another firm. Okay. So, for example, now Reliance Retail has acquired Future Retail. Okay, so Reliance Retail has acquired Future Retail. Okay, so in the retail, definitely there are some similar, okay, internal alignment or structures. Means in a Future Retail also, in a hypermarket, that is a big bazaar, for example, there is store manager, assistant store manager, department manager, and customer service associate, and HR, okay, employee in a store. Okay. Now Reliance Retail also has a hypermarket by name Reliance Smart. Okay. And there also the same designation: store manager, assistant store manager, department manager, and customer service associate, and HR employee, one HR employee. So the structure is same, but the salary what Big Bazaar or Future Retail is was paying is different, and what Reliance Retail is paying is different. So the difference between the payment of Future Retail and now the new owner Reliance Retail, okay, exist. So these differences in exchange value and use value surfaces when one firm acquires another firm. Like the best example, Reliance Retail's acquisition of Future Retail. Now there are differences between exchange value and use value. Okay, so companies need to consider these differences and align the internal structure properly. Then job and person based structures. Okay, so I hope you remember a structure now. Okay, hierarchical structure in the organization or in one department of any organization where the salary is different at each level. We have already considered the example of a college or university. Salary differences between assistant professor, associate professor, and professor. Or at a Lockheed Martin, salary differences between engineer, systems engineer, lead engineer, and so on. Okay. So what is job and person based structure? Job based structures relies on the work content. So if an internal alignment is made, if a structure is made, okay, based on the work content. What does work content include? Tasks employee has to perform on the job, behaviors expected or required on the job, and the responsibilities of the job. Okay, so if you look at, okay, if you look at the Lockheed Martin's internal alignment or structure, it mostly looks like it is a job based structure. Okay, as they mention the tasks and responsibility that are required on the job or in the work content. And person based structure also can be designed. It shifts the focus to the employee. So what skills, okay, are required to perform a particular job or possessed by the employee, that hence we say person based structure. Skills, knowledge, or competencies the employee possesses. Okay, say for example in an organization, okay, the skills, knowledge, and competence required in designing a product and manufacturing a product are way different, quite different from that of a skills and knowledge and competencies required by a sales representative to sell the same product which is manufactured in the organization. So an organization can also consider a structure to design on the basis of person or employee. Here when I say person based, it depends on the skills, knowledge, and competencies the employee possesses that are required to perform the job. So an organization can even go ahead with this. So usually in universities, educational institutes, service organizations, okay, person-based structures are common. Whether or not they are used in the particular job. So sometimes it may happen that the skills, knowledge, and competencies that an employee possesses all may not be put into use on the job. That is what the author means to say. But in reality, okay, companies do not consider job based structure or person based structure independently or separately. In reality, both job based structure as well as person based structures are included. Means while making internal alignment, while designing a structure within organization, the job as well as the skills of the employee both are taken into account, and they design a internal alignment or a internal structure. That is what it means to say. Okay, so this is the next topic in the chapter, what shapes internal structures. So before that, I just like to explain you that we have already discussed, okay, in detail about this part. That was a bigger one, pay structure. Okay, pay structure refers to the array of pay rates for different work or skills within a single organization. So we learned about the number of levels, differentials in pay between the levels, and the criteria used to determine those differences in describing the structure. Okay. So number of levels, as I mentioned, example of GE Plastics, then differentials in pay, example of Lockheed Martin, then criteria used in differentiating the salary, content and value, and some more points related to value, use value and exchange value, as well as one more point related to structure. Okay, the structures are based on job and person. Okay, so before I move on to this topic in the chapter, okay, which is a lengthier one, so I would go for your questions. So yes, students, okay, just ask your questions and clarify your doubts. So it's time for Q&A, question and answer.
Sir, do they actually consider the combination of job and person-based structures in
Yes,
nowadays?
it is quite common. See, it is very unpractical, okay, or difficult to consider only job based or only person based. Okay,
Okay, sir.
since they both interact, okay, and they are dependent on each other. They are not totally independent. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So practically a company considers, that is why the author has mentioned, in reality both job and person based structures are included. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Say for example, a job based structure task. I'll give simple example of college or university. Okay. For teaching staff, the task is
Yes, sir.
teaching, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Behavior. Okay, the teacher should be polite, the teacher should have patience, correct? Okay,
Yes, sir.
he should be empathetic. So these are the, this is the behavior what is expected, and disciplined. These are the behaviors expected of a teacher. Responsibilities
Yes.
include, okay, enabling the students to learn, problem solving, guiding, okay, evaluation,
Okay.
syllabus setting, question paper setting. These are all the responsibilities. Now
Responsibility.
skills required, now you can understand. So for teaching is a skill, you need to have excellent communication and presentation skills. You need to have convincing skills, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you need to have knowledge of the subject, knowledge of the corporate world and updates on each. Okay. Then the competency to teach effectively, right?
Yes, sir.
So they are blended together and used in designing a structure.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Who was it, Vaishnavi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah, next question. Yes, students. Yeah, see, I'm not just reading slides, dear students. In front of you, there are illustrations and examples of real life. Okay. And I have up to date, I have shared all the PowerPoint slides and video classes, okay, in Google Classroom. Okay, there is no need of textbook actually. Even if you simply go
Yes,
through
sir,
the
we have
video, yeah, if you simply go through the video, okay, for each bullet point explanation is given and there are illustrations and examples along with, okay, relating the subject with the corporate updates, what is happening in the corporate world. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes. You can write your question. Okay, in the meanwhile, I will take attendance. Okay, after the attendance, we'll continue with the class. Yeah, Aishwarya.
Present, sir.
Yeah, and those who are unable to give attendance orally, you need to type in the chat box. And some students are typing in advance. Please do not type your attendance in advance. Only when I call your name. And if you are unable to answer due to poor internet connectivity. Aishwarya is present. Akshay Kulkarni.
Present, sir.
Ankita. She's present.
No, sir.
Sorry.
Sir, I can't see her name in.
Okay.
Sir, absent it seems.
Absent. Thank you. Then Apeksha.
Absent, sir.
Absent. Then Arpita.
Absent, sir.
Absent. Ashutosh was present.
Present, sir.
Please present.
Ashwini.
Yes, sir.
Geeta. Geeta is present?
No, sir.
No.
She's absent.
Absent. Then Geetanjali.
Present, sir, she is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, present. Meghna Kalburgi.
Present, sir.
Yeah, present. Meghna Lokhande.
Present, sir.
Nagaratna.
Present, sir.
Navya.
Yes, sir.
Nidhi. Nidhi, can you see her name?
Yes, sir, we can see.
She is present.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Then Nikita.
Present, sir.
Pooja.
Yes, sir.
Pranjali.
Yes, sir.
Prema.
Present, sir.
Priya.
Present, sir.
Varsha. Yeah, Varsha was
Sir,
present.
present, sir.
Yeah, present.
Yes, sir.
Samuel.
He is present.
Yeah, Samuel, Nikita. Okay, Samuel is present. Sharan is present. Sharayu. Sharayu, are you there?
Yes, sir, she is there.
She is
Yeah,
present,
present.
sir.
Shilpa.
Yes, sir.
Shreya.
Present, sir.
Srinidhi.
Present, sir.
Shweta.
Yes, sir.
Snehal.
Absent, sir.
Absent.
Yes, sir. Absent.
Suchitra.
She is absent, sir.
Absent. Then Maruf.
He is present, sir.
Present.
Present, sir.
Yeah, present. Vaishnavi.
Present, sir.
Yeah, present. Yes, thank you. So now still we have 5.5 minutes. So those students who have noted down any question, please ask. No, are you sure? Okay. So let me go for a new share. It's a news article. Okay, so students, can you see this news article? Yeah, students.
Sir, it's
No, sir.
blank, sir, white.
White. You cannot see it.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. Now,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can see now.
one more time, I'll make it a slideshow. Just check. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir. Now
Yes,
it
sir.
is
Yes,
perfect.
sir.
Now you can see, right?
China has high
Ah.
prices
Very good.
of key drug ingredients.
Okay. Now the news is from Times of India, Times Business Column, September 23. China hikes prices of key drug ingredients. Okay. So let us see. See, when I told you many a times that many news are related to your subjects, but sometimes they are indirectly related. Okay. So how this news is come. Okay. How this news will be related to compensation? Let us check. No change in APIs, but a revision in starting materials may put cost pressure on Desi companies, means Indian companies. Okay, so dear students, okay, so don't get carried away by the fake news, okay, or emotional news. So read and understand what is true. The news is about China has increased the prices of key starting materials. So their short form is KSMs. So what are these key starting materials which are used for making medicines? By 10 to 20%, China has increased the prices of KSMs, leaving those of basic raw materials. Basic raw materials are called as active pharmaceutical ingredients, short form is APIs. So China has increased prices of KSMs by 10 to 20%, but they have remained the same price for APIs. Okay. Both KSMs and APIs are imported in India. Okay, I repeat. So just by banning few apps, okay, nothing will happen. We should accept the fact that like many other nations, not only India, like many other nations like America, including America, okay, most of the countries are dependent on China for cheaper imports. When I say cheaper, not compromising on quality. Remember, if Apple iPhone is manufactured in China, Land Rover Jaguar is manufactured in China, you should know this. That does not mean these products are inferior in quality. Okay, so both KSMs and APIs are imported in India for making life-saving antibiotics, steroids, and other medicines. So using them, Indian companies make medicines. You can see here, okay, the extent to which India imports from China, these KSMs and APIs. Red line I have made here. At present, India is dependent on China for KSMs and APIs with 70 to 80% of basic raw materials imported for making medicines. Dear students, pay attention, I repeat. At present, India is dependent on China for KSMs and APIs with 70 to 80% of basic raw materials imported for making medicines. So these imported from China. Okay. So I'll continue with the news discussion. In the next session, I will schedule a meeting. Okay. So now I'm going to end meeting. So please join back for the second meeting. It will be for up to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I'll complete this discussion there. And please give me 5 minutes for this video to process. It takes some 5 minutes for processing the video. Okay. I will use a laptop only because it is clear to, okay, use laptop.